Morning. It's always something. Yesterday afternoon, I noticed that there was some diarrhea in Esmerelda's pen, but I couldn't see anybody with a messy butt until this morning. I noticed that little Joy was having some diarrhea. So my first thing for anybody, people or animals, with diarrhea is you're going to get a dose of yogurt. And I buy a Greek yogurt that is nothing but milk and cultures. There's no sugars, there's no fillers, there's no gelatin, there's nothing else in it. Just milk and 5 or 6 bacterial cultures. And this very often will clear up a case of diarrhea in just a couple of doses, especially if it's not a real serious thing going on. So I have a couple spoonfuls, and what I'm going to do, because it's really thick, is I have some of Esmerelda's milk that I just milked and I just filtered. It's actually still a little bit warm. And I'm going to stir this up until we are fairly smooth, not too many lumps or bumps that will get stuck in the drench gun. I've had does that would just eat bowls of yogurt like this. They would just slurp them up. But usually you need the drench gun. So if you have livestock, I would recommend that you always have a drench gun handy. This one holds about 2 ounces. And it comes completely apart, except this little guy doesn't come off of here. And this metal tip is great because if they do bite on it, they can't break it. Much better than a plastic syringe. And it comes completely apart for cleaning. So like I have a little skinny brush for straws that I can get inside this part with. And diarrhea in a goat can be any number of things. It could mean that she's got a case of coccidiosis, which is an intestinal parasite. It could mean that she's eaten something she shouldn't have, or she gorged on something. These kids do get a little bit of grain, and I don't like tie them up or anything, so it could be that she pushed somebody else away from the feeder and got more grain than she should have. I never know. But we'll watch it, and I will also get my thermometer and take her temperature. My old girl, BMB, the first sign that she's coming down with pneumonia is that she'll have a massive round of diarrhea. But she'll also be running a fever at that point. So I'm going to see if we can... Oops, we probably didn't... We got some air. Okay, let's see if we can suck up a whole couple of ounces here. Oops, got a little air in there. And that's when you're doing something this thick, it's a little harder to get it with no air. But I do want to get as much as I can down her this morning. Because a lot of times this will be all it takes. Just 1 or 2 doses of yogurt and we'll be back to normal. If not, we'll be looking for other reasons, like maybe it is coccidiosis or something. My girls are vaccinated for CD and T. That means CD is clostridial diseases, which is also called overeating disease. And that's where if they eat something they shouldn't, like they got into chicken feed if they ate too much grain, if they weren't used to eating a lot of soft green food and they got out and ate a whole bunch of that sort of thing, got in a garden and ate a bunch of lettuce or cabbage or something, and it upset the bacteria in their rumen, they're vaccinated for that one, so that if it did happen, they shouldn't get as sick as they might if they weren't vaccinated. And then T is for tetanus, which is a whole different thing, but okay, let's go catch a little goat. Okay, we'll see how much of a rodeo this is. Come here, sister. Come here. Come here, we're gonna come over here where the peoples can see you better. Yeah, I know. You're almost too big for me to straddle, honey. Yep. You're almost too big for me to straddle. But I want to straddle you good like a horse. Up. Whoa. We might have to tie you up. Okay. And I'm just going to slide the drench gun down the inside of her cheek. Try not to give it to her too fast. That was a lot all of a sudden. I'm sorry. Whoa, whoa, whoa. No, honey, we're not done. We're not done. We're not done. We gotta have some more. Yep, right down the inside of her cheek. Yeah, I know. I know. I know, you never had this kind of stuff happen to you before, huh? This sort of thing is a whole lot easier if you're bigger than and weigh more than the goat. And it's a whole lot easier if you have an extra person. We're almost done. We're getting there. Yes, we are. You're okay. It's okay. It's okay. Come here. Oh. Oh. Well, one trick to controlling a goat is having control of their head. If you put your hand under their chin and push their heads up, that will usually stop them from running around. You have like a little sore there in your mouth. Yeah. Yeah, you do. What'd you do? Huh? Were you chewing on something you shouldn't have? Is that why I got diarrhea? Huh? I don't want your head twisted quite so much. Okay. Well, we'll do it that way then. Come on. She weighs enough. She's probably 90 pounds. There we go. We got all the yogurt down. Good girl. Oh. Okay, you're really not going to like the next part, because I am going to tie you up for this. Yeah, I am going to tie you up for this. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Okay, come here. Come here. Come here, baby girl. Oh, I know. I haven't had time to teach you girls how to lead. I want to tie you up to the fence. Storm, you leave that baby alone. Yeah. And we're going to fix up our thermometer. So, this is just like a regular digital thermometer. I don't know, I might have bought it at, Walmart or someplace. lots of lube. Okay. And it's turned on. It says that it's low. Come here, you got a messy butt too. I'm pinning her against the fence. A goat's normal temperature should be 101.5 up to 103.5. And she is 102.7. So that gives me a little baseline. She's in the normal range. I will probably take her temperature again tonight and see how she's doing. Yes. If she was running a fever, I would probably start her on an antibiotic because I would figure we were probably looking at pneumonia. But she does not have a fever. She's in normal. So I think it's just something she ate. Or just ate something you shouldn't have ate. Whatever it was. Okay. Go back to Mama. Okay, there you go. Get out of the gate, honey. There you go. She does have like a little scabby spot right in the corner of her mouth. That could just be that she was chewing on a piece of wood or something and got maybe a little splinter or something like that. I'll keep an eye on that. But I think otherwise we're okay. See, you're just fine. You're just fine. Yeah. That wasn't so horrible, was it? Everybody else wants to get some yogurt now, huh? Alrighty. If it's not one thing, it's 100 other things. Especially when you have animals and stuff happens. All right, time to clean up. I gotta go to my part-time job today.